In this video, we'll go from zero to Salesforce DevOps in 10 minutes or less. To start, head to www.orgflow.app. Click Sign Up and create a user account. Creating a user account is free, and all we need is your name, email address, and a password. Once you've created the user account, the next step is to connect your Salesforce org. To do so, change the sign-in URL if your org requires a custom sign-in URL, and then click Connect. Click Connect to confirm the code, and then sign into Salesforce. Click Allow to allow the OrgFlow app access to your Salesforce org, and then click Continue. Now, switch back to the tab with OrgFlow in it. You'll see we've pre-populated some fields. We recommend connecting a production Salesforce org as it allows you to create sandbox environments, which will help you get the most out of OrgFlow. As part of the initialization process, OrgFlow will create a Git repository for you. If you have a GitHub username, enter it into this field. This will allow Flow to invite you as a collaborator to the repository that is created for you. Once you're happy with everything, click Initialize Now. Once the initialization process is complete, click Start Exploring. Let's start by exploring the Environment tab. Click Environments in the top header. Here, you will be able to see a list of all the environments in your OrgFlow stack. Currently, we only have one environment, the production environment. This is the org that we connected in the previous step. During the initialization process, OrgFlow will take the metadata from the Salesforce org and commit it to your Git repository. Once your production environment has been initialized and the metadata has been committed to the Git repository, OrgFlow will now begin to create two sandbox environments for you. Sandbox environments are your pre-production environments that help you develop and test changes before they reach production. Here we can see the two new environments are in the process of being created. This creation process may take a few minutes as it requires creating new sandboxes for each of these two environments. While that's running, let's have a quick tour of OrgFlow itself. As we saw earlier, this is the Environments tab. All your environments live in stacks. A stack is a link between a production Salesforce org and a Git repository. Within that, the environments link from a Salesforce org to a Git branch. OrgFlow helps keep these two items in sync for you. Next, click Schedules. You can create schedules in OrgFlow, run jobs at a specific point in time on a set schedule during the week. Schedules are a flexible way to automate some of your DevOps processes. Next, click Jobs. Most actions in Salesforce involve running jobs. When a job runs, OrgFlow spins up a build agent for you and the job processes on that agent. Here we can see the initialized stack job has succeeded, and we currently have two jobs running in parallel to create the two sandbox environments. Next, click Test Runs. You can use OrgFlow to start Apex test runs in Salesforce. To do so, simply click New Test Run, select the environment you'd like to run the tests on, and then click Submit. This will start the Apex test run in the Salesforce org. Alternatively, You can also schedule Apex test runs, run frequently at night across multiple environments. Back to the Jobs tab. Once the sandbox has been created in Salesforce, you'll need to authorize OrgFlow to connect to that sandbox again. To do so, click into the job, and you'll see a prompt like this. Copy the username, and then click Authorize. Click Connect to accept the code. Paste the username, and enter your password. Click Login to Sandbox. Click Allow, and then click Continue. Switch back to the OrgFlow tab to verify that the connection was successful. During the initialization of a new sandbox environment, OrgFlow will make sure that the metadata in the Git repository matches the metadata in the Salesforce sandbox. Once the job has succeeded, this environment is now ready to use. Switch back to the Environments tab. Now, we'll make a change in this sandbox, and we'll see just how easy it is to commit that change to Git and then deploy it into production. Click this link to open the sandbox in a new tab. Open the setup, click Object Manager, and let's create a new object. We'll call this object car. Click Save. Next, go back to OrgFlow. The first thing we need to do is commit this change to Git. In OrgFlow, this is called flow in. Pick the environment that you want to flow in, and then choose flow in. We can add a commit message if we want. Press submit. This starts a new job. Flow in that changes from sandbox A to the Git branch. OrgFlow can automatically detect changes in sandboxes and production orgs, and once those changes have been detected, they are retrieved and then committed to the Git branch. We can switch back to the Environments tab now and then move that change from Sandbox A into production. Merge into, and we want to pick Sandbox A as the source environment and the production org as the target. Next, click Submit. Again, this will start a job. To merge that change from Sandbox A into the production environment and then deploy it to the production org. OrgFlow has automatically detected the differences between the sandbox environment and the production org. You can review and confirm deployment contents. In this case, we have the custom object we created and the layout for that custom object. Click Continue to approve the deployment. And that's it. The car object and the layout associated to it has now been deployed into the production org. We can verify that clicking this tab, which opens the production Salesforce org. go into Setup, Object Manager, and then type car into the quick find box.